Hello, gamer. Welcome. Enjoy Lahi. Alright, let's switch over to live. Well, let's see what Yushtola's been up to in the woods. It's gonna be fun. You've been busy since arriving in the first, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travails in a more suitable surrounding. With Fort gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in the settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. Oh man. I've been busy today, but I also found time to take some screenshots for a character sheet for Dwashe, so I'm still working on the other one, but I got all the screenshots I needed. I just made a screenshot of every outfit for like the base game and every expansion up until Shadowbringers, because I don't know yet what I'm gonna do for Glam with Endwalker. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Oh, it's so pretty here.
Slitherbough is the largest of the Blessed Settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
The girls are fighting!
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life.
Another mom acquired.
But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
All of them are putting way too much pressure on Minfilia. Stop it! No! Bro, leave her alone. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alisaie and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is a part of life. We can but hope to change its change for the better. You're right, and after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Well, I'm gonna pick up Minfilia, put her on Drush's shoulders, and have a little adventure together. A little spa day. Welcome, friend, welcome. My apologies for a less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika? Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Hey, Minfilia. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may all have perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. Someone's got a little crush. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. I know, right? But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel just for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. so refreshed. And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation? No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. I would watch that video. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than a chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or a gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alin Tuta and they will know you as friends of the Blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Alright, gonna do some more busy work quests. The elderly woman smiles warmly. Ah, a newly come traveler, Alin Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Oh, look at him playing. Hopscotch. Alin Chisi, welcome friend. I take you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Oh, little baby! Are you a baby? No, you're not. Sorry. You're just a normal-sized aura. I'm just big. Whoops. Yeesh. Forget about that. I thought it was a child model. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There is still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they've built such a thriving community. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need... Oh, the yawning has already started. Do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but would you be willing to lend a hand? It would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. 45 seconds. Let's go! Run, run, run! You watered half the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. No, I don't want to go there. Yum! Run, run, run as fast as you can. Was there enough water for the plot? Nope. Only half. I see. Well, let me refill the jug for you. Let's go! Yum. The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You water the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she She is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There's no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history, how our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they had held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost in the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found a new faith. I believe that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls into that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Oh, my girl has so many thinky thoughts. Don't be too sad. You're okay. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbough. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Todia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the surface. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days past, Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now... What if I could find it for you? I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Zoomies. I am going the wrong way. I am once again going the wrong way. There we go. Lahi! Well, it's good you have faith to help you out. Your little seeing eye partner. There, the Sin Eaters. Nice hat, doofuses. I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. What do you propose we do? Fighting them together here would make a lot of noise, which might attract beasts or other eaters. But if we fought them separately and quietly, we might not have to worry about that. Alright then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other. Oh, she's so dependable. Lahe! And put my clown shoes on. Oh, I hope it's a good echolalia to have. Hey, look, she does a super good job. Yeah. Toshe, there you are. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. Oh, you need some healing? I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. I don't know if I remember where it is, but let's see. Is it over here? You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Ha! Hole in one, baby! Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Nymphilia, let me hug you, please. She just needs a little nap. Oh, I know, right? I was so tired. Uh-oh. Thancred, I can explain. Well, out with it then. Bro. Be nice. That's okay. Thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless seas in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There's still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Dwasha and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out of the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters and... As long as she accompanied you... But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me how now that Dwashe has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, isn't it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Between your earlier excursion and my patrol of the area for Sin Eaters, hopefully Y'shtola and Urianger will be able to finish their work in peace. It's such a relief to know everything is going as planned. I'll join you in the darker shortly. Don't worry about falling asleep. Every once in a while I will just lie in your ear and you will wake right up. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at the nearby corner where you might place it. Oh, nonverbal queen. I see. I love it. A nice candle. I wish I could play as an old lady. My Elden Ring character is an old lady.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her onto paradise everlasting.
That was beautiful.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You know I don't deserve such reverence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Orionje and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Let's go. Oh. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. LOL, fuck off. Hold on. Let me just very quickly go into my Twitch chat on twitch.tv. Ban. Lock. There we go. I know, right? Get that shit out of here. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan texts and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the texts I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. I know! Uryansha is such a theater kid. Take care, Dweshe. For my part, I shall make all possible preparations that Y'shtola may begin translating the tablet upon her return. Pray keepeth my baby Goyle safe. Lahi! The encampment we seek is to the north. It would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There's a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Ah, yes. In any area we go to, we have the good people, but also the evil people, who are almost exactly the same, except for the fact that they're evil. They're used to hearing me make weird noises. I love me the music! Why the blessed dark? Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange. What have you seen? At first there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Are we gonna do a Hunger Games moment? Just drop a fucking nest on their heads. Ah, does it still hold up? I remember really liking the first movie. Even though the casting was maybe not that great. Beat up a swarm of bees, baby! Yeah. I think it's a pretty good adaptation of the book. Though they did change a couple of things where I'm like, man, it would have been way more interesting if you kept that from the book. Like, the emphasis of, like, Katniss losing her hearing in one ear, even though it's repaired later. And also Peeta losing a leg. Like, that's not in the films, and it is in the books. I do think it's been a while since I read the books, but I remember being really disappointed with the ending. I really did not like it. I liked everything leading up to it, but I think it would have been way better had Katniss and Peeta not gone together, but I do understand, like, if you go through something like that with someone, maybe you would eventually feel very strongly. Yeah. If it would have been the ending without the epilogue, I would have been much better, feeling much better about it. Yeah, especially because she said, like, I don't want babies. And then suddenly, like, oh no, wait, I do want babies. Like, hello? The guard returned to Slitherbough, but not before offering his thanks. Lahi! As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in inquiring what we need. How did you fare? This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. A beautiful plan. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. I don't know, the most annoying thing I found about the movies is that, like, the books were explicitly like, hey, this will or will they not with Katniss, Peeta, and whatever the fuck that other guy's name is who I don't care about. It's like, oh, played up for TV, but they literally, like, made it a point, like, oh, are you Team Cat or Team Peeta or Team other guy? Fucking dipshit. Up there is an airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? Yeah, what a mood. also think, like, it would have been more effective if they had cast, you know, I know it's difficult with, like, contracts and stuff, and would have made the movie take longer to film, but I do think it would have been more effective had they actually cast, like, 15, 16-year-olds instead of people who are way older. So I think most of the actors were already, like, heading into their 20s. If not already there, so... that should do it. Now we wait. Tossing bees? What is that? Bees by the abyss, they're everywhere! Help, someone help! We have to save the spiders! Sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Yes, sir. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get a feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you are both already? Lahi! Let me just pass over all this shit. Goodbye. Aw. Is your ribs hurting just from the COVID vaccine also, or? Ah, bummer. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for praying. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Oh no. Well, I am sending healing beams your way. Casting Cure 2 on you. Hopefully, it goes away soon. Because my foot still hurts more than a week and a half later. Monday, I looked at my foot and I was like, what the fuck? Because there was just a big old bruise on it. Like, not even the spot that I had like swollen up, but just like across all of my toes. And I was just like, what is this? I really did. Yeah, it doesn't hurt that much anymore, and I could just walk on it, but like the top of my foot still hurts, and it's still bruised. But, yeah. If I'm just going about my daily stuff, it doesn't hurt too bad. So it's alright. Perhaps the monument is further in. Okay, you're still there. Oh, what's all this then? Wall paintings, I love it. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch on the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behove us to learn all we can. Lahi! Yeah, I'm gonna take a closer look at them. Fun. Ronkin mural. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
Hey, Arburb.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
History lesson with Artburp. Lahi! I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Duache, that the murals appear to be of any significance? Depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Runcan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. Maybe? Let us hurry to Slitherbough. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. I'm such a whiny bitch. I get to spend time with cool characters and I'm just like, meh, I miss Alice. Where's Alice? She is. My favorite character. Other than you, I really like you too. Welcome back to Ashe. Now that you're here, there's something I want to ask you. Uryanshe told me that Thancred was something of a rogue in the past. As a wolf among sheep, he said. What did he mean by that? Do you know? Uryanshe has tended to Minfilia's wounds, but I fear his garrulous nature has gotten the better of him. Is your husband gossiping about you? Where is he? What have you been telling her, sir? Rest assured, Y'shtola and I shall work with all haste to decipher the tablet and its secrets. Okay, you're not gonna tell me. Tushe, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. Simp, you must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat here by the fire? The stew will soon be ready. Chilling by the fire.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Ruh-roh.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare her the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. She is not as she was in the Source. though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that she has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help!
Saved by the bell.
Come for us! We're under attack!
Meanwhile, in Yulmore. Uh-oh. Fun. Fun.
Lord Forthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling Warriors of Darkness. They have slain Sin-Eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers. So I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king, nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception! What? How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
That little noise that he makes is such a mood. That is how I feel when I don't get my way. Bro. Hey, Ranjit.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. My Lord Vorthry's decree Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed. Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
Never let them say they're subtle.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our faith to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
Fucker. Go wash your hair.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
Ah, looks so good on her, right? I wonder what it's supposed to be. It's not earrings, because she has ears on top of her head, but just cool dangly bits, I guess. The Garth had been afflicted with a most terrible and efficacious poison. No double ears, baby. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. How fareth your young guard? The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but to try to ease his pain. Do not blame yourselves, my friend. All All that can be done has been done. Oh, shit. No! Oops. What of the rest of the Blessed? How have they taken the news of Ylmer's generous proposition? Keep forgetting it's on auto-scroll. With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose both them and the children. I consider the convocation of all the Knights Blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoya, I am truly sorry. We will not, cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee? I am not one to run from my troubles. In fact, with Dweché's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Ylmoran's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Warden. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done, unless of course you've finally deciphered that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact, and with it we can prepare everything we need to enter Ixmaya. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. We slay the Light Warden. Good. I leave the Blessed in your capable hands, Runar. Very well. I see there's no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the Blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in the complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not? You know it. Then this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lake Tusi Mekta. While you see to that, Minfilia and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbow's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. Lahin? How's that for a wake-up call? There you are, ready for a swim. The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. The Ronkans sought to live in harmony with nature and considered certain animals to be sacred. Foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as a protector of the woods, an arbiter of life and death. Below it were 4 others, each equal in rank: the curl, the colibri, the opo-opo, and the wolf, characterized as bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to the 3 of these beasts by placing one palm on the monuments wrought in their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, the order can be discerned from the 3 commandments which follow. Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the Oppo Oppo, rival thy kin. As all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one. Peace comes to all who seek harmony with their kin. The tablet says naught of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments, alas. Hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Every time I hear this song, I cannot stop thinking of the version that Soken did with the oh shit, what are those things called? The little instruments that look like little mouths. Let's see. Serpent. Snake. Yes. No, I gotta look this up. Hold on. Automaton. Have I never shown you that video? Of the actual composer of this song covering it with terrible singing and 2 automatones? No worries. I will show it to you after this stream. I will link it. Lahi! He likes to do that at FenFest, just make incredibly terrible covers of his own songs with automatones. A lookout point. Don't mind if... Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to be culinarian, but okay. Misclick. Gonna make some bread. A door opens to reveal a pedestal upon which rests a medallion. You take it and secure it inside your clothing. Did you find it? This medallion, it bears the owl insignia of the Empire. There can be no doubt. This is the seal of Ronka. Ah, an empire after my own heart. Their favorite animal was the owl. Well done, Dweshe. We can begin our preparations to enter Ixmaya in earnest. Bearing this seal, it should be possible to enter Ixmaya unmolested by its guardians. I will go ahead to Slitherbow and inform the others. When you have recovered from your exertions, meet with us in the cavern leading east out of the village. I do kind of miss the Stormblood quest exception noise. Lahi! Just get one final Lahi in before we're out. That's the wrong person. That you all found the seal is perhaps bittersweet proof that the aid for which it was so painstakingly forged never came. Thus did the Empire crumble, its ruins reclaimed by the woods. Fate is ever a fickle mistress. We've done what we can to prepare them for the worst. Still, we should hurry, before the children return with Yulmoran reinforcements. I'm so glad to see you're safe. Everyone is ready to go if you are. Good, you're here. Runar opened the gate for us but moments ago. Beyond lights Ixmaya, and presumably the Light Warden. It did not take long for the Woods Protectors to find me when last I came here, and I expect them to fall upon us just as quickly this time. Though we carry the seal, there is no reason for us to let down our guard. Now, let us seek out the Wardens, and put an end to its reign over these woods. I don't remember if there's Lahi in this area as well. For now, there's silence. Look at the flowers! Blue. Lahi!
It would seem we have found them.
They have found us. Banui!
You trespass upon sacred ground! Begone!
Wait! We did not come to...
Banui!
Oh. Stop! We mean you no harm.
Sister,
what?
Is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
It appears to be genuine. Then perhaps there's yet hope.
Perhaps. We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity. Follow the azure flowers to our village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
Try not to stray from the path. All right?
Follow the flowers. Would it kill them to escort us? But if it affords us an opportunity to investigate Ixmaya, fine.
Let's go, Benoit. Nah, here. I would have the seal, that we may confirm its authenticity. Straight to the point, I see. Very well. There is no mistaking the crest of the royal family. It is of proper size, and by its weight it is plain it was made from gold. The seal is indeed genuine. For 3,000 years we have waited for this moment, and now you are finally here. I bid you welcome, allies of Ronka. I am Almet, chieftainess of Pano. Weemet, her younger sister. Seamet, a pleasure. We are beginning to lose hope that you would come. I beg your pardon? These are troubled times for my people, though I can but imagine what has compelled you to venture into our woods. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village, though I must warn you it is a long way down to the forest floor, so do watch your step. This way, what's your name? Twache? And this is a common name nowadays? How times change. But I digress. Come and be sure to watch your step. Don't worry, fall damage will only kill me if I'm in combat. As bearers of the seal, you have right to know what became of the Empire and my people's purpose here. We are descendants of the palace guard which served under the last emperor, and to this day we carry on the duty of our forebears, the final decree of his eminence before Ronka's fall. By the wisdom of our people was Ronka made to thrive. Such knowledge must never be forgotten, nor may it be suffered to fall into the hands of the wicked. Keep it secret, keep it safe, and look to the coming of our allies. Unto them you shall bequeath our all, and thus will Ronka live on. By his command we have remained in the Raktika Greatwood, guardians of Ronka's ruins, and the wisdom held within. I hope thou wilt not think the question impertinent, but by thy people's famed longevity perchance... But did thy people's famed longevity perchance play a part in the Emperor's decision to entrust this mission unto thee and thine? That was one reason, yes. We V's would easily live to see 3 of your elven lifetimes. We were also the fiercest fighters. There are none more fit than us to stand watch over the remains of Ronka. But our duty has grown ever more perilous in the wake of the flood. Settlements such as this one were plentiful before the light claimed dominion over the land, but now, Fanau is all that remains. Our numbers dwindle year by year. Before long, there will be no one left to honor the Emperor's wishes. You believe we are the allies for whom you have waited. You have the seal, do you not? After 3 millennia of waiting, that alone is nothing short of a miracle. Truth be told, I had begun to think you would never come. Sister! We are glad of your presence here in the Great Wood. The wisdom of Ronka is yours should you wish it. You need only ask. It's just certain phrases that remind me of other stuff now. Like, you need only ask. Reminds me of the Dark Knight story. Because that's what Frey says, like, hey, if you want me to take over, you need only ask. You come in search of the Light Warden. My apologies, but I do not know where it makes its lair. Yeah, it's such good shit. Uimet, do you recall any sightings of this creature? Not in these past 30 summers. 30? But that would mean... How old are you exactly? Not polite to ask people their age. Young enough to remember. With age comes knowledge. There may yet be one among us who has seen or heard of the abomination you seek. We have leave to speak with the other V's, then. But of course. Then we should split up and inquire individually. If someone knows something, I would hear it while there's yet time to act. Yeah, there's a couple of phrases from this game that just stick to my brain like glue. There's that thing that Matoya says after you discover that Minfilia's basically gone. Like, she says something along the lines of, it's a difficult path you walk it with your eyes open or not at all. There's a couple more, but I just can't think of it right now. You search for the Light Warden. I cannot say I've ever laid eyes on it. Our duty is to protect the ruins, nothing more. We have no need to strike out in search of such a foe. Oh, hello. It was not my intention to pry, but your voices carry far. I know what it is you would ask of me. Unfortunately, the answer is no. I have not seen the Light Warden. I patrol the ruins perimeter regularly, and if it was hiding nearby, I would know about it. An outsider? But how? By the gods, allies of the Empire! My sincerest apologies for failing to know your arrival. It was the Warden you wished to know about, yes? My mother, may she rest in peace, told me once of its appearance in these woods. Before settling here in Fanau, she lived in a village near Raktika Falls, until it was destroyed by the Sin Eaters. While out on patrol one day, she spotted a swarm of the abominations, one of which was different from the rest. It was larger for one thing, but what struck her was the way its fellows seemed to revere it. She was convinced that what she had seen was the Light Warden. Your exchange with Coril has taught you something about the Light Warden's possible whereabouts. Yay! The Light Warden? No, I've not seen it. But I've witnessed the horrors of the Lesser Sin Eaters, how they are wont to hunt in packs and carry off their victims rather than consuming them on the spot. I suspect the Warden is a grotesque, corpulent thing, waiting patiently for its minions to bring its next meal. I pray the others were able to provide what I could not. Near Raktika Falls. Why was I not told of this? I think I see now why it has never been spotted on our patrols. I've never heard of this Raktika Falls. I can but assume it lies deep within the woods of Ixmaya. Just so, but the tunnel which leads there collapsed by a rather bloody battle with the Eaters, and it has not been passable for many years. We've made several attempts to clear away the rubble, yet each time we were driven back. In the end, we were forced to give it up as lost, thereby making it a suitable place for the Warden to take sanctuary. There is perhaps one way to enter, though it would be at great peril to you and your companions. The Kitana Ravel, a temple to the northeast. It has been sealed for centuries, but within is a path that leads to the falls. Can it be opened? For the allies of Ronka it can. First we must go to the Kumul Astropolis. Once the flow of magic is restored there, the path through the Kitana Ravel can be opened. This may sound a simple task, but there are certain obstacles which prevent us from attending to it ourselves. And we know not how to overcome them. The Emperor never granted our forebears leave to look upon the secrets we are charged with protecting. That we might not be tempted, the means to do so were withheld from us. We can but show you the way. The rest will be up to you. It would seem we have our work cut out for us then, shall we? We've no time to waste. Let us be about it then. If that is your wish, it is my duty to escort you. While we attend to matters at the Kumul Astropolis, I would ask that your sisters accompany Urianger and Thancred and share with them all they can of these woods. While we have every intention of investigating Raktika Falls, 'tis yet possible the Light Warden dwells elsewhere. With that in mind, it would behoove us to prepare an alternative course of action. We met, Simet. I leave them to you. Yes, sister. Should our present course prove false, doubt not that, but that Thancred and I shall find any and all possible paths forward. Yay! Lahi? What you seek lies in the heart of Kumul Astropolis. Unfortunately, it too was sealed shut by order of His Eminence. If we are to open it, we must first look to the morning stars. Come, I will show you the way. Lahi! It's like a Pavlovian response at this point. You were able to keep up, I see. Well done. Ahead lies the morning stars, 4 monuments built in tribute to the guardians of Raktika. Beyond them is the Great Pyramid of Uxner, where the flow of magic must be restored. Don't worry, I'm drooling plenty looking at Y'shtola. It is said that the monuments are themselves the keys to opening the pyramid, though I do not know how. That is for you to discover. Another puzzle. Wonderful. I would have a closer look. So many boy girls. Makes your mouth water. It is indeed another puzzle, but for a blessing, it appears to be similar to the one we encountered in the lake. These statues are all depiction of the divine beasts mentioned on the tablet. No doubt they will open a way into the pyramid in like manner. We have but to discern the correct order. Let's split up and search the area for clues. These ruins are covered in ancient inscriptions. The answer may well be hiding among them. Indeed, it may be best to transcribe them if they are as numerous as you say, better than to risk overlooking something. Though transcription would prove impractical for you, not being very versed in Ronkan script, no matter, you will employ a different approach. Impressions. Here, I had thought to use these clay tablets to record any significant imagery we discovered, but they will serve you just as well. Take impressions of any inscriptions you find. We will start at the base of the pyramids. You begin at the top. When you have finished, return here and I will translate your findings. Oh, I know. Take an impression. At least now I can just fly to the tops of the other pyramids. I don't have to hop up one step at a time. Come on, give it to me. I need it. Bring back the music. La hit. Blip. All right. No more dilly-dallying. I trust you have made good use of those clay tablets. You bet your bippy. Well done. A moment while I decipher what you found. Apologies for the delay. Nothing we saw at the base of the pyramids gave any hint as to the solution of the puzzle, focusing instead on how to proceed having solved it. Your findings, on the other hand, appear to form a riddle. Once assembled, it reads as follows. Come together, share despair. Go thy ways, dread burdens bear. Mark the crown, heed its call. Avert thy gaze, forever fall. I had assumed that the puzzle would involve a sequence, but from what Almed and I were able to gather, it is but a matter of suffusing one of the statues with ether. The question being, which one? Have you any thoughts? Lahi! Given your talent for finding solutions to vexatious problems, I think it best that you choose a statue. What say you, Dweshe? Right then, after you've selected the statue, I will imbue it with the required ether. Should it prove to be a trap, I am more than capable of warding off any malign magics it may contain. Now, which statue will it be? Let's say owl. Alright, I pray this works. I think that's the right answer. It sure is, baby! The ether has been absorbed. You really do have a talent for these things. Thumbs up. Lahi! They're giving so many to me. The way should be clear now. Come, let us... Someone approaches. Sister! Sister! Simet? What are you doing here? What has happened? Yulmoran's soldiers, they have entered Ixmaya. Yulmoran's soldiers? And what of the Blessed? Nothing specific, but it seems the Yulmorans had little interest in Slitherbough or its people. According to our scouts, their general and his men have made all haste for the gate to Ixmaya upon finding it. Together with Thancred, Wemed and some few others have engaged them at the border. You are to return and assist Wemed at once. They are not to set foot near the ruins or Fanau. We will see to matters here and return as quickly as we can. Understood? Yes, sister. Be careful. Though I knew time was short, I did not expect the Yulmorans to move so swiftly. But we have come too far to turn back now. Do 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 do. Lahi! Time is against us, friends. Quickly into the pyramid. Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The switch should be through these doors, in the confessional of Tupasa the Elder. But why is it not open? Magic appears to be flowing through the walls, but it is being obstructed as it approaches the door. Is it not strange that only one of these pedestals bears an owl statue? Strange indeed. The second statue was likely hidden to keep the door sealed. We can cover more ground if we split up. Almed, take the chamber to the south. Joashe, the one to the east. I will search the chamber to the west. Lahe! They're handing them out like candy. There it is. I've looked everywhere and... Wait, is that... The statue, you found it. It looks light enough. We need but return it to the other altar, no? One might assume so, but nothing about these ruins has ever been quite so simple. I sense the strange energy emanating from the eyes of the statues in the corridors of this place. Should this figure be moved, it would not surprise me for them to suddenly stir to life. A trap, then, for the unsuspecting as they attempt to return this to its rightful place. Precisely. Caution would serve as well here. Which is why I would ask you to deliver the statue to the main chamber. An abundance of magic yet courses through these walls. For my eyes, distractingly so. I believe yours, on the other hand, would more aptly perceive the traps for what they are. No worries, Y'shtola. Alright then, we will meet you at the door to the confessional of Tupasa the Elder. Alright. So basically, get that shit over there, don't get hit, don't get beamed by the owl statues. Should be easy enough? Question mark? There we go. It's not that hard. You successfully delivered the statuette to the altar. The statue is returned, but was that enough? I believe it was. I can see the ether flowing to the door now. I pray this means an end to the tricks and traps of these ruins. Don't count on it. Well done. Lahe! You are but one step from entering the Kitana Revel, but I must warn you, this last step is without question the most perilous. Overcome this final trial, and the path forward will open to you. A path laden with more puzzles and traps, I'm sure. Did the Emperor always take such pleasures in wasting the time of his allies? Let us end this, Joashe, while time is yet on our side. Before we enter, I would tell you of the trial that awaits you. The chamber is said to be filled with all manner of devices to keep trespassers away from the switch. The most potent being wards of displacement. They may very well force you into danger. Should we become separated, please use these. Whisper weeds. They will allow us to communicate no matter where we may find ourselves. think Dwasha and I can work out how to use these well enough. Thank you. Alright, Dwasha. The sooner we finish here, the sooner we can return to the others. Alright, let's go. Shall we get this over with? Yes, please. We must hurry before the Yulmoran soldiers gain any ground. Wait, do you see those sentinels? They are made to curse anyone who entered the pyramid. It is said to be seen by them is to be seen by death. Beware their gaze. Let's get moving. Perhaps there's a pattern to their movements. It's gonna be some sneaking around. We did it. Sister, sister, can you hear me? 2 soldiers have broken through our defenses. Follow them. They are not to reach this temple, understood? A pair of soldiers somehow made it past my sisters. No doubt they're on their way here. All the more reason we should hurry then. Another sentinel. Its movement is somehow different from before. Little bit of hiding in my life. A little bit of... They're massive. How are we to get around them? I will draw their attention with the glamour. It will not last long. The moment they are distracted, we must run along with all haste. Go, Y'shtola, go! Now. Run, 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 run! Let's go! A teleportation device? This should end well. Get in here. Whoop! 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 Dwasha, Albert, can anyone hear me? We've been sent to separate chambers, the mist, poison, and it has nullified my magic. These markings on the floor, I think they show the way out. Ah, yes, my favorite. Whee! I've played Pokemon before, I know what I'm doing. Somehow we are still in one piece. That means little to the others if we do not hurry. Uh-oh. What was that noise? Oh, it's about to get really Indiana Jones. By the gods! Run! There, the craft is in the wall. Gotta go, 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 go, go. Yup! Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, 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 gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, go, go. Where are they finding so many stone balls? We have to jump. Whee! Lish. Well, there's no going back now. I pray it's not much further. Sister, they've reached the temple. I fear they are too fast for us. Be careful of the traps inside. We are nearly there. It is unheard of anyone to outpace the V's. What is this? Who is this man who comes after you? Could it be Ranjit? If so, we have precious little time. Let me in. Let me in. Another door. Wonderful. I can but imagine what awaits us inside. There you are. Hey, Ranjit. Impossible.
Away with you!
Be gone!
This ends now!
You again.
Here I come. No holding back.
So loud. My lord demands retribution.
This and that and this.
I fear this is going nowhere. We met, see met. You know what to do. At once, sister. I have it. Good enough. We will hold him here. Quickly, make for the heart of Tupasa. More sentinels. Go, Dwashe. I will draw their attention. Ugh. We made it.
It seems to be working. I think not.
Oh, you're still let go.
General, hold on!
Oh. Nice one. Dumbass.
Expertly done.
How was I to know that that would happen? It looked like any other part of the floor.
No, it didn't.
Might now be an opportune time to strike a bargain? We poisoned a number of villagers in Slitherbough with a toxin brewed for us by the children. This is the antidote. I dare say you know how potent their concoctions are, and the futility of trying to counteract their effects.
Now. Try anything here, and we're all likely to fall. Eventually, someone will come to our rescue. Or yours. Promise us safe passage, and we'll give you the antidote. Do we have a deal?
We do not negotiate with the enemy. The villagers' lives are forfeit, as is yours.
Oh. Go, Y'shtola!
Do not fail.
Anything for her people?
How noble and pointless.
Is everyone all right? What in the...
Oriange! At once! Down with you!
Woo! Teamwork makes the dream work.
Where is Y'shtola?
Lahi! Let's decompress with a Lahi. Thankfully, Ranjit's cohorts had the good sense to fall back. We Mets should be here soon with word from Fanau. We should hold our position here until she arrives. Almet, please tell me you know if that hole might lead out into the woods somewhere. Were there any other means of exiting the temple, there's no question that we would know of it. But I fear that is of little consequence, for we have tried to mark the depths of the pit and failed. To fall from such a height. Sister, I come bearing news. The Yulmoran soldiers and the children have fled Ixmaya. They abandoned Slitherbow as well, though they yet remain in the swamps near Lakeland. Unfortunately, a number of the Blessed were poisoned while fending off their soldiers. One we believe to be in their order was found lost in Ixmaya, feverish and badly wounded. He was taken to Fanau for treatment, but I fear there is little we can do for him. He and the other Blessed will not last long without an antidote. Then we must act quickly. If you have a spare vial, Minfilia and I can deliver it to the Blessed at Slitherbow. You and Urianger should return to Fanau and tend to the wounded villagers there. What about Y'shtola? I know it seems callous of us to leave, but she leapt into that hole for a reason. We have to save the Blessed, whatever it takes. Alright. My sisters and I will remain here. We must be certain no soldiers are still lurking about. Come, Duhache, let not Y'shtola's sacrifice be in vain. Tefano. Lahi? God, let me know if that gets annoying. Runar! Heavens forfend, Runar. 'Twas he who forestalled the Yomoran's procession, and in so doing afforded thee time to traverse the temple. Quickly, the antidote. Look, Catman. Ugh. Runar still appears to visibly pained. Perhaps he requires another dose of medicine. The medicine seems to take effect as the color slowly creeps back into his cheeks. His little furry cheeks? It would appear the worst hath passed, though his wounds yet want for mending. I shall minister to him forthwith. Rest, Duhache, I prithee. I shall attend to Runar's ministrations. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Hehe. Что да?
Runar, thank goodness.
We delivered the antidote to Slitherbow, and from what we could gather on the way here, the Ulmorans have had the good manners to withdraw. Thank the gods they did, or we would never have made it here in time. I'm told we have Runar and his comrades to thank for keeping the soldiers occupied prior to their retreat. They were preparing to come for you and Y'shtola, it seems, when Runar rallied the villagers and pursued them out of Slitherbow.
In the care of the Vis. Thou art safe now, friend. Pray, rest thee a while longer.
No. No, I am all right. Somewhat heavy of limb, perhaps, but otherwise well, I assure you. I am glad to see you are all safe. When we realized where the soldiers were headed, we knew something had to be done. I do not see Master Matoya. She was with you, yes? What happened to her?
She fell in a big pit. She saved the Knights Blessed, albeit at a cost. Sometimes you just fall in a big pit.
Spare me your riddles and speak plain. Where is Master Matoya?
Happens to me so often when I'm on my way to work.
No. No, that cannot be. Why would she do such a thing?
To save you.
Was there no other way? I cannot believe that she... We must begin the search immediately. I will come with you. What are you waiting for? We must find her. She could be trapped, or hurt, or... She is alive. She is alive, damn you!
Catboy, don't cry! No!
Forgive me for interrupting, but our scouts have apprehended an intruder. We thought perhaps he might be an associate of yours.
You again!
Oh, look who it is.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Well, this is embarrassing. In my defense, they are surprisingly tenacious. So, what trouble have you gotten yourselves into this time?
Can you raise the dead? Fly into a big pit?
Well, well. What an intriguing turn of events. My condolences, by the way. 'Tis never easy to lose the ones we love. Well, she is dead, isn't she? Wishing it were otherwise will not make it so.
That you should be indifferent to her loss is no surprise. But to us, she was a friend. The best of friends.
Wind?
You have something on your mind. What is it?
After she fell, there was a powerful gust of wind as if from nowhere.
Pray recount to us again that which thou witnessed in the ruins, omitting not the slightest detail.
Flow. The teleportation magic she used to spirit us away from Uldar after the bloody banquet. I recall a similar gale in the tunnel before it took effect.
Interesting. I thought I sensed a brief disturbance in the live stream. How reassuring to know it was not my imagination.
I felt it only once, I should mention, which would suggest she is still adrift on its currents.
Then I fear she may yet be lost to us. For it was only by the grace of the elementals that she was plucked from that great ethereal river.
His facial expressions are so funny.
Ah, very well. I'll go and fetch her. Perhaps a clear and unambiguous act of kindness will serve to win the trust you seem so determined to deny me.
Okay, eyebrows McGee. Now then, if I'm to fetch her for you, I will require a suitable place to work. We must find somewhere that resonates strongly with the live stream. Oh yeah. So good. And by we, I mean you. To that end, I give you this, an ethereal lamp of my own design. Keep it close as you venture out into the woods. The brighter the glow, the stronger the location's resonance with the live stream. Once you've found the likely spot, all you need to do is whistle. You do know how to whistle, don't you, hero? Just put your lips together and blow. Don't patronize me. Lahi? Oh, is it? I don't know shit. Ah. Ah. Oh, is it like Wizard of Oz or some shit? Thank you. To have and have not. Where the hell do I gotta go then? The lamplight is near blinding. Perhaps now would be a good time to call for Emmett Selk. Well, the Garleans do have cars, so who knows what else they have.
Yes, this place should serve well enough.
Yep.
Might I have a little space? I need to concentrate.
Look with your special eyes.
Now then, what color was her soul again? Ah, there you are.
no, she's naked again.
He's done it. He's brought her back.
Emmett Selk said, "Put your fucking clothes on." Get dressed right now, young lady.
Ishtola, are you all right?
No, no.
Yes, though I cannot imagine how. What happened?
Thou didst invoke the power of flow, which thence did usher thy soul unto the life stream.
I wanted to save the antidote, and after that... I did something exceedingly reckless, for which you will just have to forgive me.
I'm gonna put her in a cup and rattle her. Stop casting flow.
Master Matoya! Oh, thank the heavens you're all right. I had nearly given up hope.
Please, Renard, dry your tears. What would the others think if they saw you like this? Come now. Did you really think I would go gently into that dark night with so much left undone? So many mysteries left unsolved.
Is there aught you wish to say to me? A word of thanks, perhaps?
Emmett Selk, the Ascian of whom I spoke. 'Twas he who plucked thee from the life stream.
I see. Thank you. Differences notwithstanding, you saved my life, and for that I am grateful. But let us turn our attention to more important matters, such as the Katana Ravel. You had better not have explored its depths without me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Heavens, no. In fact, I was awaiting your return.
Well, Almet and the others should be pleased to see you in such uncharacteristically high spirits. Let us return to Fanoff then, and discuss the coming expedition.
Fanoff? Shit. Been saying it wrong. Lahi? What a touching reunion that was. It fair brought a tear to my eye. But as we both know, such tender moments are nothing if not momentary. Before long, they will remember their many differences and return to squabbling. Says the Archbringer of Chaos. flattery will get you nowhere, my dear. But seriously, we Ascians do what we do for the greater good, for the rejoining. Though we may sow the seeds of chaos, it is man who tends them, he who reaps their bountiful harvest. But I grow tired of these arguments. If you would kindly refrain from retorting and return to your customary brooding silence, I will take it as thanks for rescuing your companion and leave it at that. Now, we mustn't keep your friends waiting. He's so fucking rude! He's so fun to have around, though. This guy. My apologies for having put you all through such an ordeal. I could see no other way to save the Knights Blessed. Happily, both they and I yet live, thanks to you. But our work here is not yet done. We must make ready to enter the Katana Ravel and put the Light Warden to the sword. Do 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 do. Alright. Well, with that done, I think that is going to be it for today. Because we got some good stuff done. Let's see. The Burden of Knowledge. Alright, yeah, so next time we're gonna do the dungeon, the Katana Ravel. Yeah, it was a good stream. Let me just do stream ending. So yeah, next time we're gonna be doing the dungeon, and that's gonna be tomorrow. And I'm thinking of just streaming the same days next week as well. Just Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then if that works out. But yeah, we're getting real, we're already getting close to the end. Like, not super close. It's... I don't want to predict too much. Yeah, we are. But I think maybe next week is we're gonna be able to finish the main story. Maybe. But I don't know if that is too forward of me. But the way I'm looking at it right now, especially with the progress we've made today, yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for you to see all of it. It's gonna be so good. Yeah, so thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying the story with me. And I will see you tomorrow then. Have a good day. Goodbye, goodbye.